He is one of India's foremost architects of digital governance, currently serving as a Special Director General at BISAG under the Ministry of Electronics and IT. With over 3 decades of experience in public sector digital transformation, he has played a pivotal role in shaping landmark initiatives such as DigiLocker, Government e-Marketplace, PM Gati Shakti, GIS-enabled government, and numerous Digital India programs. A technologist, researcher, and public policy leader, he has dedicated his career to leveraging emerging technologies, including artificial intelligence, geospatial systems, and public digital infrastructure, to make governance more transparent, efficient, and citizen-centric. Today, he continues to lead BISAG effort in harnessing space technology, geospatial intelligence, and digital innovation for national development. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Vinay Thakur, Special Director General BISAG. विनय जी, आपका स्वागत है।
थैंक यू सो मच।
मेरा पहला प्रश्न आपसे ये रहेगा कि आपने इतने सारे इनिशिएटिव्स इंडिया में डिजिटल एंड जियोस्पेशियल इकोसिस्टम से चलाए, आप थोड़ी सी अपनी जर्नी के बारे में बताना चाहेंगे कि कैसे शुरू हुई, कहाँ तक गई?
Thank you so much. So I joined National Informatics Center, and then land record computerization was one of the biggest project that time, and I was posted in that particular project. The project was to see that how the entire system of land record maintenance can be made little better using technology. So around 15 years I worked in that project. The project was called computerization of land records, and then we went on implementing that in states. I may have written a software for a few states myself, and that is how the entire journey started. And then I was assigned some more roles. I was given one additional project of registration, property registration automation, which was also implemented in the states and in all the sub-registrar offices. Then in 2006, a Forest Rights Act came, and then rules came in 2008. The implementation of forest right was a challenge in the sense that the rights were to be given to a forest dweller staying in forest. So we wrote a software. We wrote a software where handheld device can be used to measure the parcels out there in the forest areas. And then we could, using this system, we could distribute the pattas to lakhs of forest dwellers in the country. And then I was assigned another role of giving a subsidy system for fertilizer subsidy, which is being rolled out in fertilizer shops out there in rural areas. So that automation, the entire supply chain around that, the mobile-based system was written in 2010, where the entire supply chain was automated, starting from the port or plant to districts and then to a retailer. The entire system was automated. And then I joined NEGD, National E-Governance Division, and I was in charge of project management under Digital India. And that was the main project of the government. It was conceptualized by Honorable Prime Minister at that time. The vision directly came from him. The vision was that to transform India into digitally empowered society and knowledge economy. So we started number of projects around transformation and DigiLocker, 𝐓𝐚, and I have been part of many other initiatives. I was the first technical head of GEM. Then it went on. I joined 𝐓𝐡𝐞. I was managing director. I was able to transform and make a lot of changes in 𝐓𝐶. Rather, the turnover in 2 years was almost increased by 60% turnover and profit. And then I joined BISAG, where we are implementing PM Gati Shakti, which is an integrated solution and platform for the infrastructure planning in the country. So it is a long journey where I was involved in a number of Digital India initiative to see that we are able to transform India in a big manner.
BISAG has emerged as one of the India's premier institution in geospatial technologies. How would you describe its evolution over the past decade?
So BISAG is an institution which was earlier with state government of Gujarat. Rather, it was a remote sensing agency which was set up in Gujarat in 1997, and in 2003 it has become BISAG. And then lot of initiatives where geospatial technologies can be used in governance were done in Gujarat. Rather, any decision being taken to set up any utilities or any developmental program was being done using technology in the state of Gujarat. And we had number of solutions in different areas, whether it was agriculture, horticulture, fisheries, animal husbandry, coastal areas. So all solutions which were geospatial enabled were done in the state of Gujarat. And then in 2015, BISAG was made a knowledge partner with MeitY. And then we started replicating what all was done in Gujarat throughout the country. We started with mining surveillance program. We started with the industrial information system. We started with government land bank. And then seeing its uses throughout the country. So the institute was upgraded to be a national institute in 2020. And we started percolating in states. We started developing the system for them so that the geospatial based geography and then database governance can be used for better decision in the states and districts and even at a grassroots level.
So, what differentiates BISAG from other technology organizations with Government of India?
We work mainly on two areas. One is definitely the space and geospatial technologies, which I was talking of, and another is a SATCOM. If you may have heard Honorable Prime Minister speaking in Parliament that we will provide the same quality education to the students who live in rural areas to us, SATCOM technology. So that is how we started around 300 TV channels, DTH channel, so that the students in rural area should also get the quality education, and that too in their local languages. So that is number two. So which differentiate BISAG that we work on indigenous technologies under Atmanirbhar Bharat, and almost not even a single line of code is taken from anyone else. It is our people who have done entire coding, and that too on open source based systems, whether it is a front end or back end or databases. So entire technology stack is open source and done in-house. We have number of now functions or reusable tools available with us, which we just stitch them together to make any software. So that is how it is little different to probably not all, but then many institutions in the country.
So you mentioned about Prime Minister. What was his vision and how was that implemented?
So there were two things that, so Honorable Prime Minister is one who is the, I think, big user of technology to see that how the governance can be improved, the lives of citizens can be made better. So geospatial technology is the one which was used to a great extent to see that the best of the decisions can be taken for the people, their life can be made easy, and then through SATCOM that the best and quality education, instead of a best teacher teaching in one school, he can be made to sit in a studio and teaching everyone in that particular state. So that was entirely the vision of Honorable Prime Minister, which we were able to convert into action and implementation.
When we look at the projects, which flagship project of BISAG had the greatest socio-economic impact?
So the PM-Gati right now, which is the one where we are able to transform the infrastructure development in the country. This is one platform where all the departments and ministries and even the states are working together through a single platform. The idea was definitely that silos approach, which was there earlier, can be converted into a collaborative approach. So that was a major system designed by BISAG, and then we were able to implement that across departments. Any alignment of roads, railway tracks, finding out what places need the railway stations, finding out what are the gaps vis-a-vis the schools, the students and schools, where students have to travel more distances to go to school. So those type of gaps, to find out that where the medical facilities are not available. So all these gaps, to find out the suitable site for constructing maybe a steel plant, to look for a solid waste management sites. We have done one program called PM Janman with Ministry of Tribal Affairs, where 32,000 plus PVTGs, particularly vulnerable tribal groups, who are staying little deep into forest, and then they lack many of the developmental facilities. So with PM Gati Shakti, we could find out the gaps vis-a-vis 9 areas, whether they have the electricity, they have the roads, they have pakka houses, or they have electricity, water and all. And these gaps were identified directly through PM Gati Shakti, and then 9 ministries of the government converged their scheme to saturate and provide all the facilities and utilities in these PVTCs. So this is PM Gati Shakti is the main flagship program of BISAG right now.
Vinayji, artificial intelligence is today making a lot of voice and implementation in the country. How you are planning to use it through BISAG, like AI with satellite imagery, AI with GIS? How do you want to take it forward?
Yes, so AI has become instrument now to further refine your processes. See, we have reached to a good level of automation in the country through Digital India. And now the next level is to use AI and machine learning to see that we can further refine the processes, we can customize, we can provide the personalized services to each citizen of the country. We have also, as part of Digital India, we have also made many platforms, the DPIs, which are an integrated platform. So land record, when we started, was a land record where the copy of record of rights could be given from the seal office or through an online system. But now land record is not land record. Land record is an integrated system with land registration, land acquisition, revenue codes, integrated with banks for loans, integrated with agriculture, fertilizer. So it is an integrated system, and as well as at a village or Gram Panchayat level, so that the patwaris can directly make changes wherever the mutations are needed. So it is an integrated system which has been put in place. Now these big databases which have been created in the country, we have some of the biggest databases in the country, whether it is land record or GSTN or many system in Rural Development Ministry, where I served as in charge of IT system for a few years. Now these data sets which are available, we can use our localized, we can make our own language models to train them and then provide us the best of results based on our data and localized data. So definitely, so GIS is one, and PM Gati Shakti, where we are using GeoAI, so geospatial and AI together, which is now very much needed right now. We are able to take satellite data, extract the feature directly using AI model. we are able to use our AI models, put on satellite imagery to find out what are the change directions which are happening on the ground. So number of, and even in PM Gati Shakti, where it is providing you the alignment, so that is also based on the AI functions put in PM Gati Shakti. So yes, the big use of Geo AI in PM Gati Shakti and in all the future projects which will be there for us to be implemented.
New technologies are emerging like drone, IoT, GIS. Which emerging technology you see will be redefined governance over the next 5 years?
So I think these all technologies will be needed together. One technology probably cannot suffice the requirement of all the systems in the country. There will be further refinement within these technologies, like the drones, so you can have the better and better sensors, whether thermal, optical, you probably better sensors to capture the data, IoTs, and then converting this data and making a digital twin, which we are trying to work out with Jal Jeevan Mission. We are trying to create a digital twin for Jal Jeevan Mission, where the entire network of pipeline is already digitized. The locations of sensors, the location of overhead tanks, bigger tanks, storage tanks, starting from the source of the water to the last delivery point through the tap. The entire system is being converted into a digital twin. Each and every item is being put as a registry, being given a unique number to maintain them better, also to assist the people that they will be able to find out where the water is coming to their houses, and ensuring that the entire system works in a much better manner. So all these technologies, whether it is a drone, IoT, sensor, GIS, together will be needed to see that we have the smartest of the systems put in place, including transport, and almost all these type of sectors require these type of smartness, which will be implemented using these technologies.
So how a real-time geospatial intelligence will result in disaster management in the country? Or we have some examples already, like floods, cyclones, earthquakes, forest fires, where we have used geospatial technology.
Yeah, so geospatial technologies definitely, I think these type of, which you are talking of, disasters or events, definitely GIS, geospatial technology has big contribution in handling them properly, in having the alerts around them. So we have been using, whenever there are floods, we capture the satellite imageries. We have the existing data which is available on PM Gati Shakti. Immediately we can, based on this data, we can suggest where the people can be relocated to, where the utilities can be relocated to, and also we can make the assessment of the damages, whether how many households were subjected to flooding, how many fields were subjected to flooding, how many cattle, even because there is a data related to cattle in each village, which is as available as part of PM Gati Shakti. So all these estimation can be immediately given, and then it will turn out to be a good tool in the hands of administrators to decide the relocation and definitely the compensation around them. Forest fires, we are working with the Ministry of Environment and Forest, where we are trying to find out and generate the alerts that which places could be prone and where the fire can take place in the forest area, depending on the previous data, where all it has captured fire, the temperature. And then we have made a model that based on the temperature, the wind speed, and the humidity, the combination of them, the alerts can be generated, and then the forest officials available in the field can be alerted around them, and then preventive arrangements can be done for them. So everywhere, whether it is flood or it is even the earthquake related or climate related, so we are working very closely with the respective departments and organizations.
So agriculture remains the backbone of India's economy. So is BISAG supporting it in some way? How do we look geospatial technology improving agriculture?
So land record was started long back, automation was started long back, but then initially when the project was started, only the registered data was entered into computer, and then the map part was done subsequently. And then these maps were not correct one, in the sense that ground realities have changed to a great extent. And so we are we are helping few states to see that we can generate updated map, geo-reference them, and then they become a part of a agri stack being created by Ministry of Agriculture. So we are, wherever the states are finding it difficult to create a seamless data around the cadastral map, geo-reference them, and then integrate the crop information and many other land use and other information as part of the agri stack. So definitely we are helping out them, but definitely GIS technologies and AI models can help in having a better and precision agriculture put in place. We can help to optimize the land use. We can suggest that which crop is better for what type of, which less soil is better for which type of crop. So all those suggestions probably can be derived out of this. We have a soil data available with us. We have a crop data available with us. So it will definitely help the farmer in having a better crop and better yield around this. So technology definitely can play a important role, and we are, wherever need be, we are helping the states in doing that.
That's very great. We have three kinds of government: central government, state government, local government. So has this technology reached up to there? What are state governments doing? What are local governments doing?
So PM Gati Shakti was started for infrastructure development, and but when the people saw benefit in this entire system, because it has become one of the biggest system where different layers of data are integrated. So it is providing value to everybody. And then we got many requests from the state governments, and then almost all the state governments are now part of this. They are also contributing data as well as using the PM Gati Shakti product. It is a product in the sense that you can get into PM Gati Shakti like any other software product with your password and multi-factor authentication. And once you get into this, you can see the data, you can overlay the data. There are a number of tools, around 62 tools are there where you can find alignment, you can create DPR. So it is a product, and then states have started using it, and not only the states. Now NITI Aayog has started using it for almost last 1.5 years to see that what facilities gaps are there in the aspirational districts. So identifying them and then helping the district administration that these type of facilities where the gap exists can be created. So its uses is not only restricted to central government, but state, districts, and probably at the grassroots level to understand the requirement, and then helping them in setting up that type of infrastructure or intervention to see the overall development of the areas, mainly in far and difficult places in the country.
So what about the geospatial policy? I mean, you're looking for some sort of act coming up, or policy will remain there? What is the policy as of now? How will it change over the time? Your views on that?
So policy, National Geospatial Policy came in 2020, but then it has opened lot of opportunities to everybody. The private sector, which was earlier suffering that they have to take a lot of approvals and sometimes they were restricted. not to do some particular type of work, surveying work. So it has eliminated all those approvals, the prior approvals, to a great extent. And they can now create data, they can process data, they can add value to it, they can work out solutions around them to provide better and better services and better accuracy for decision making within the country. So yes, it has enabled this entire sector in a big manner. So it is a big success, and I should be thanking the government for this. Science and technology, which came out with this policy, drone policy came from civil aviation, but this policy came from DST. So this was a big enabler for everyone, whether within the government or outside the government.
Right, sir. So, do you see any changes required in this policy to accelerate India's geospatial economy? Do you look forward to changing something?
Now, the policy is, I think, well drafted and convey what all is to be done. But now we are trying to put the implementation of this policy into action. And PM Gati Shakti is the one which created so much of the data, created or integrated so much of the data, and it has become a big repository or registry, National Geospatial Registry, which is being provisioned now to everyone, to private sector, and as per also the data sharing policy says that whatever has been created with government funds can be openly shared with anyone. So we are trying to see that this particular registry, which is created as part of PM Gati Shakti and was also part of National Geospatial Policy, this provision is being provided or already provided to a great extent to the academia and the startup, MSMEs and private sector, so that they can use this data, they can overlay their data over existing data and then take decisions even to set up business, expand business, and then see to it that they can also add values to this. Even we are making a provision that their data can also be uploaded on a system which can be used by others. They can also upload the tools after testing through a sandbox environment, and then these tools can be monetized and everyone within the government or outside the government can also use that. So in that sense, the entire ecosystem around this geospatial sector has been made open for everyone to work with.
We now talk of geospatial infrastructure, which will be the next pillar of what we call digital public infrastructure. How do you see it rolling out as DPI?
So when Honorable Prime Minister as part of G20 declared that our DPIs can be used by everyone, other countries, and then offered it to other countries. So all our DPIs are developed on open source and open standards. They are developed as a microservices architecture, building different components separately and then stitching together and calling them together. So the applicable rules and policies and regulations are separately housed and called by the main computer function. So it has become very, very handy for any country to replicate them, make minor changes, customize them as per their requirements, put their rules in a separate tables, and which can be called by the main tables, and that is how. And PM Gati Shakti is also one of the DPIs, and then we have started implementing it in few states, a few countries. Discussion is on with many other countries. Everyone is seeing value out of this, and probably this is one system which is not there in any place globally. So India is one country which has prepared. Wherever we have given a presentation, I may have given a presentation and demonstration to around 15-20 countries. So we have not, no one has done this type of integrated system. And entire conceptualization of PM Gati Shakti has come from Honorable Prime Minister. And when it was launched in 2021, 13th October 2021, we were not aware that how this system is going to be evolve, how it can be implemented. But then the directions which came and then the guidance which came, we started working on this. And now it has become a big enabler of creating the world-class infrastructure in the country. And then this can be, as a DPI, can also be implemented very, very fast in other countries to help them out in infrastructure plan.
So we have now international footprints available. Is it BISAG or Government of India from Prime Minister Office which is doing it?
No. It is the MEA and Ministry of Electronics and IT through BISAG which is doing it. So it is not that we are directly discussing with the countries. So the requests definitely come from MEA and as part of DPI implementation, where many other DPIs like Aadhaar is being implemented in many places, UPI is being implemented, DigiLocker is implemented. So this is also one of those type of projects which we are implementing in other countries.
GIS has become one of the fundamental to governance. Do we see the skilled manpower which is required for that? Or are, say, engineering students or wherever it is? So do you see that we have professionals working on it, and what will be the demand like going ahead?
Definitely, we require more and more professional to work on these type of technologies, whether it is IT or GIS. Everywhere we require a professional. Rather, these professionals probably not only serve India, but probably can also serve the other countries. So definitely there is a shortage of mainly the GIS professional in the country. We are doing our bit. We have started a finishing school at our headquarters in Gandhinagar, where every 6 months we take 60 BTech students, make them to work on a live projects, to see that they are made market ready. We have an apprentice scheme. So we are trying our bit to see that more and more professionals can be made ready in the area of GIS and remote sensing to help this sector. But then seeing the requirement and need of the country as well as of the world, we need more and more professionals who should be ready to work in this area of geospatial technologies, AI and all. Now almost there is a merger of these technologies that one requires another technology and they are integrated in that fashion. So we need more and more professional, and then everyone is trying to do their bit, and then even BISAG is working on this area.
So how closely you're working with ministries, state governments, and what are the key success factors in such large collaborations?
So we are working very closely with the state governments. We work on the fundamental that we keep the user at the center of the activities, because their role is very important. The problems definition, the problem which they are looking to have solution for, is very, very important. So as and when there is a requirement, we make our team to sit with them to understand their requirement, to understand their problem, and then develop the system along with them. It is a collaborative approach, because we also learn a lot of things. They also learn a lot of things, and we make the system in such a manner that they are accepted by them, they can be adopted by them, and they are available, because the entire technology stack, the cloud and enablement, the capacity building around them, we make a lot of small videos and also place them on our portals, so that as and when they face any problem, they can refer to it. So a lot of system and an ecosystem is being created around these programs, so that the people and the user can use them as per their requirements and to take the best of the decision for their people.
What about collaboration between government, academics, startups, industry? How are they going ahead? How they are actually driving this innovation which is coming up?
So as I was saying that we are very open to collaborate with startups. Actually, they are the innovative minds. They are driving the innovation everywhere throughout the world, and India is one big case study in that sense, that in last almost 10 years, a lot of startups have come up in India, and the majority of them are in digital areas and digital transformation. So we also are working very, very closely with many of them as part of PM Gati Shakti and NGDR, which we have created, National Geospatial Data Repository, where we are making this particular repository or registry open, where they can create their own UGIs, unified geospatial interfaces, to provide to arrange the data in such a manner, model that in such a manner that the best of the decision, the best of the user interfaces can be created to help the citizens. So this area is very, very important, and we are trying to see that how we can work together. We own a quantum technologies, also post-quantum cryptography. We have tied up with QNU, where they have a hardware where the random number seed can be generated by them, and then for the software we have the solution. So combined software and hardware for PQC is one area where we have tied up. We have tied up with SATCOM operations, where we are trying to have a two-way interactive modem being created in the country, which otherwise was being imported. So a lot of areas where we are collaborating with industries and academia and startups to see that we work together and then develop our own indigenous technologies which otherwise are not available in the country.
So going ahead, 2035, how do you envision that this geospatial ecosystem will be there in India? How do you see what will be in future?
So if you look at 2035 or 2047, I think all these technologies together, further refinement, it is not that what is available right now, will be much more refined, and it will be coming in much, much better manner in days to head. So everywhere probably geospatial technology is going to drive the whether it is a creation of infrastructure, whether to work out your social development programs, or seeing to it that all your systems work in perfect manner, the smart cities, the smart transport. So all these technologies will be working together and seeing to it that, and not only that these technologies will be working together, these will be created in India, and they will be serving the entire world. That what we are thinking, that now India is going to be a big champion of developing these technology-oriented products which can be used by everyone out there globally.
And what transformative national geospatial project would you like, say, BISAG to take it? मतलब आपका कौन सा ऐसा प्रोजेक्ट है या आपकी ऐसी कौन सी इच्छा है जियोस्पेशियल टेक्नोलॉजी में जो आप आगे करना चाहेंगे?
बहुत एरिया हैं जहाँ पर हम लोगों को बहुत कुछ अभी करना है, कुछ लेवल पर किया है, परंतु उसकी रिफाइनमेंट बहुत ज़रूरी है. स्मार्ट सिटीज़ के अराउंड काफ़ी टेक्नोलॉजीज़ यूज़ हुई हैं. हम लोग ट्राई कर रहे हैं इवन दैट जो सिस्टम बने हैं पूरे सिटीज़ में, और इवन छोटी छोटी ULBs में, उसकी बेटर प्लानिंग GIS टेक्नोलॉजी से कैसे कर पाएँ. GIS टेक्नोलॉजी और दूसरी टेक्नोलॉजीज़ और डाटा को यूज़ करते हुए हम लोग यदि कैसे अलर्ट बेस्ड सिस्टम, प्रिवेंटिव सिस्टम्स क्रिएट कर पाएँ, ताकि आप हर बार देखते होंगे कि बारिश होती है तो कई जगह, कई सिटीज़ में फ्लड टाइप आ जाता है. दिल्ली में भी आता था, पर काफ़ी कुछ इन टेक्नोलॉजीज़ का यूज़ 1-1.5 साल में हुआ है. तो इस बार आप देख रहे होंगे तो कि कम से कम एरिया या बहुत कम एरिया में ही ऐसा फ्लडिंग हुई है, परंतु ऐसी फ्लडिंग होती रहती है. सो इन सारी टेक्नोलॉजीज़ का कैसे यूज़ बेटर कर पाएँ, ताकि हम लोग अपने लोगों को ईज़ ऑफ लिविंग एंड use, and we can provide the best of the decisions are done for their welfare. So ऐसे हम लोगों को काम करते हुए आगे बढ़ने की जरूरत.
So in a way, you going towards the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister. How do you see this shaping up, and what more Prime Minister wants to do?
So definitely when Digital India came, which I was saying, the idea was to transform India.
Right.
So transformation can only happen if we are making our manpower, our people digitally empowered. Because India being a big country with 1.43 billion people, so reaching out to them. And when the government came in 2014, a survey was conducted to find out how many households there is no computer literate to do anything on a computer, and the survey was carried out. 6 crore households were found out. PM Disha program was rolled out so that everyone should be able to use this technology. Then we came out with the language solution called Bhashni, so that the data and the system which we have created, they can be made available in the local languages. They can be translated text to text, text to speech. So those type of provisions can be have been done in order to drive this transition into driven by technology, and driving us towards what it called the Viksit Bharat by 2047. And we are almost there, trying to see that everything is being put in place to drive that vision of Honorable Prime Minister.
So I have some certain rapid fire questions to ask you. You can give an answer in one word, one sentence. That I look forward to. And this is a rapid fire round. So my first question here is, one technology that will change governance forever.
So I think not one, but then combination of the AI, machine learning is definitely one of them. So geo, AI, and now quantum is coming in the big manner. So we have to see that we generate our solution which should be quantum ready. So these three things together where we have to work very.
You mentioned about AI. AI or GIS, which will create greater impact?
So I think together it's going to create that impact which you are talking of.
And satellite, drone or digital twin?
So satellite, drone, IoTs, they are going to contribute towards digital twin. So all these technologies should also work together. Further refinement around them, further better resolution of data, further real-time capture of the census data, working model around them, and then seeing to it that we create a best of the smart solution, digital twins within the country for almost all the sectors.
One Indian innovation the world should learn from?
I think UPI is a big innovation in that sense that we were able to do that. But then there are many other innovations in digital transformation, starting from Aadhaar was a big ecosystem which has become a foundational DPI now, serving everybody. DigiLocker as a paperless governance, Umang, and PM Gati Shakti has evolved as a big DPI and a foundational DPI to serve all the system within the government.
A book every technology leader should read?
I have been going through many books, mainly on AI, and but then recently I had gone through one book called Accelerate. It was a science of doing a lean software and DevOps, which is very handy. And then I have also read another book called Build a Large Scale Model. It was by Sebastian, where it is showing that how you can start building a small and large models, how you can train them. So it is very easy, and then describing the steps to, so anyone probably can read and then start building their own large language model or small language model, and that is how. So books are very, very important for every one of us, that we, whenever we get time, we should read books, and that is a very good habit for everyone to have.
Are you planning to write a book, yes or no?
I thought many times, but yeah, I couldn't. Yes, I couldn't get chance to write that. Yes, fully.
But we look forward to it.
Yeah,
in future.
Definitely.
One leadership principle you never compromise on?
I never compromise on working as a team. So that is my USP, or I feel that whether you are a leader or a team person, it is a team which is doing the work, which does the whatever I have done in life. I think it is because of the best of the teams which I had, and with their help only I could perform and do better in my life.
Your biggest learning from working with the government?
This is very important. Government is one place which provide you ample opportunities to show your worth. One everywhere. So number of projects, I may have worked in number of projects. I may have given you details around 5-6 projects, but in between also I stayed member of many committees, standards, frameworks, many small and big projects. And your approach should be that you should be a good contributor to it. Go on learning about them, go on finding more details around them, and go on improvising them day by day. It is not that from day one you can have the best of your systems implemented. So systems can be implemented, and government provide you that opportunity that with time you can go on refining the processes, make them better and better.
So I'll make it lighter. Tea or coffee?
Earlier tea, but now coffee.
Okay. This depends on the office to office where machine is there or not? Or is it?
To that extent. Yes, earlier we were taking a lot of tea, but then now of late I have started taking coffee.
So early morning or late night?
So when I was a student so long back, I was a late night, not the thinker, reader or something. But then, yes, with time I have started to be a little early morning riser.
And one word that defines BISAG?
So BISAG is one which is striving for excellence, striving for indigenous solutions, and seeing to it that we adhere to the principle of Atmanirbharta, which Honorable Prime Minister has given to every one of us.
And 3 words that describe your leadership style?
So one definitely is the team, which is very, very important. So whenever I get a project, I see to it that I make my team. Sometimes it happens that few people may be new one, but then I know how I can mold them to get the best out of them through that organization behavior. So that is one. Then second, I give a lot of encouragement to my team that do this, do your best, your consensus to be clear, and rest I am there with you to help you out in case there is any issue. So these 2-3 things which are very, very handy. And then third thing that I keep saying them, that keep on learning new things, keep on adding value to what you have done yesterday. So these are 3-4 things which is all revolving around the team which you are building and you are working with.
One habit that has contributed most to your success?
I'm a go-getter in that sense. I am very positive thinker. I always think that the things can be done. I think that the things can be difficult, but they are not impossible. So go on trying to achieve them, and that is how whatever I have done till today probably was part of that particular thinking.
And one mentor who has influenced your career?
There were many mentors who have influenced my career. I started my journey in NIC, so my boss that time was Dr. G. Nagbhushanam, who was a PhD holder from IIT Kharagpur. And then I continued working with him for many, many years. Then I worked with a very talented leader, one Mr. D.C. Mishra, who worked all throughout his career in rural development informatics to see that IT can be used for upgrading the life and then facilities and utilities in rural areas. And then as part of NEGD, I worked with number of bureaucrats, Mr. Anup Agarwal, who was from West Bengal cadre. We worked together. I stayed director of DigiLocker. So we conceptualized. Definitely the directions were coming from secretary and higher ups, but then we were able to convert their vision into reality. And then with Madam Radha Chauhan, I worked with her in GEM as well. We were able to convert what GEM is today. It was a difficult task. We were not aware what is to be done. And we started working on it, and within 2 months, we could prepare a prototype, which was almost inaugurated within 3-4 months when we started it. And then Mr. M.S. Rao, who later became a chief secretary, and now with Mr. T.P. Singh, who is another go-getter, who is a visionary in his area, who thinks ahead of time, who knows what is to be done, what are the requirements of the people and the government. And then keeping that in mind, he work on developing the different technologies. And one thing is very clear in his mind, that we have to develop systems, indigenous systems, to see that these systems can not only be implemented and used in India, but should be used by the world. So there were many, not one. So that is how I have learned with them, and then was able to convert a lot of things into action.
So artificial intelligence or human intelligence?
So human intelligence is very, very crucial. Without that, I don't think artificial intelligence can become a reality. So human putting their mind and expertise into the system, then only I think we can train better and better models. But then definitely the human intelligence is one which is a core for the real transformation.
Satellite or drone?
Drone is providing us much better resolution data. So it has to be combination. Somewhere you require for urban areas very accurate data. Somewhere for rural areas you can. So there is a trade-off between these, where you require little less accurate data because that is cheaper one also. And so probably both technologies are going to, even satellite technologies are also going to be further refined. We are going to get much better. And now also we have that. We have a 30 centimeter resolution, 25 centimeter resolution coming in. Whereas with drone, we can get 5 centimeter. But then if we have 30 centimeter available with us within few years, even the satellite, this space has been made open to private sector. You may have seen the satellite, sky route satellite going in about 3-4 days back. So I think this sector has been opened up by the government, and we are going to get much better and accurate data, not only for the surveying things, but many other requirements of the government.
Open source or proprietary software?
I'm the big proponent of using the open source policy. When we made open source policies almost 12 years back, where we have written the adoption of open source within the country, and almost wherever we have worked after 2014, whether it is GEM, GSTN, or many other systems in the government, including PM Gati Shakti, they are all done on open source. And even the proprietary softwares, they are also coming out with the open source version of their software. So yes, open source is the one which is going to drive the system in future.
One Digital India initiative you are most proud of beyond Gati Shakti?
I'm very proud of, as I was saying, that UPI, the NPCI has done big enablement around digital finance and this entire ecosystem. When we started with Digital India, one of the sub-vision area was to go for the cashless economy, but then we struggled a lot initially. It was a challenge for everyone, though it was included as part of 2014 Digital India mission, that we have to go in for the cashless economy, we have to see that more and more digital systems are put in use. We started with BHIM and worked on it. But then UPI has enabled this system in such a manner, and now the UPI is being integrated with the similar system in other countries, and probably after a few years, you need not to carry the currency to other countries. Okay. You can enable your UPI, and through UPI, you can make the payment whether you are going to Singapore or any other country. So that type of enablement has been enabled, and that this entire system is almost free of cost. Within 30 seconds, with no money, no charges coming in, you can transfer or transmit or get the money into your bank accounts. So this is a wonderful system. And the second system, which rather three system, this Aadhaar is a wonderful foundational system, which is working out to be an enabler of almost all digital services. So it is a presence-less through Aadhaar, because you can authenticate yourself without showing your face. The paperless through DigiLocker, and cashless through UPI. So this governance of presence-less, paperless and cashless, we are able to implement under Digital India in last 8 to 10 years.
So thoda fatafat sir, innovation or regulation?
Innovation is very, very important, but then there has to be a trade-off because both are needed. I have seen that you cannot implement the IT-based system and innovation without the rules, regulation, and exporting that. Otherwise, it is because manual systems are very, very old, and then there for many, many decades or probably centuries. So whenever you want to implement and bring about technology and innovation, it has to be supported by regulations and rules. So both has a complementary role to play.
Okay. Books or podcasts?
Podcasts are always because you just listen to people, but then books are the one which provide you great detailing into any of the subject which you are going through. So both has their own importance, and then should be used wherever you have and depending on the time.
So you are playing it safe, both. Next is India in 2047 in one word.
𝐓𝐡𝐞 is...
Oh, that's great. Prime Minister's vision, 𝐓𝐡𝐞 Bharat.
Yeah.
And LinkedIn or X?
I use LinkedIn, but probably it has become quite a crowdy right now, but yes, I use that, yes.
One book which every government official should read.
So there are a lot of books on public policy. Recently, I was going through one book written by one Nitin Saluja on public policy. Very nicely, he has stayed and worked in government. So he has given the details how the policy documents come into action. So it is not one day's job, or the things cannot be done overnight. There are many challenges while the governments come out with policies. So there are many books available around this. AI, many books have come around AI. So yes, people should keep on reading, because you can really bring about the changes, transformation if you are using technologies. And technology books probably should be read. They are going to give you far wide vision also coming out in you to implement these type of solutions for the betterment of people.
A quote you live by?
That is a...
You can pass a question also for that matter.
So it is for right now. If I would like to pass this.
Okay. And one app on your phone which you use every day?
Though we shouldn't be using, but then WhatsApp is the one which is mostly being used. We tried within the government to have our own apps, and then probably, yes, we have the app. We have to... Sandesh is there, and then try. So there are many, one from Joho. We have to see that we can create awareness around them. We start using them to great extent. They are our localized, indigenously made apps. our data is going to stay in-house. So we should see to it that we use more and more indigenous apps, not for the services, but also for other day-to-day interactions with your colleagues, peers, and families.
One question which you wish to answer, which journalists like me can ask you. One question.
So you have almost included everything, whatever I could, yes, do. But then I'm very passionate person who put my best into everything which I does. I want to contribute wherever I am there. I told you that I am a team player. I see to it that my team is also working on it, converting the things into actions, putting their mind into it. So around that is how I see I work on, and then see to it that the things which have been assigned to us are done in a better manner. And then it has to be interactive, to see your seniors, interact with them, take their guidance, make the systems better and better. So that is the approach which I have been taking throughout my career in NIC, NEGD, in Ministry of IT, Digital India Corporation, NICSI, and then this is almost my 5th or 6th organization by that.
Okay. So one last question. India is becoming a global leader in DPI, or digital public infrastructure, artificial intelligence, geospatial technologies. If you were to leave our audience with one message about India's technology journey and the role of each citizen can play in it, what would be that?
I think not only around this journey, but then for all whosoever will listen this podcast, for the students especially, that we have to inculcate the scientific temper, which is very, very important. We have to speak little scientifically. We have to see the more use of science into our day-to-day things. So that is one thing. And then see to it that we adopt technologies. We are aware cybersecurity is a big challenge, so we are aware about our cyber space. So these are 2-3 things that, and then keep ourselves aware of the new happening, new technologies, keep using them, keep developing them, and seeing to it that India become a technology-enabled country in few years to come, and definitely by 2047.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was Dr. Vinay Thakur talking about geospatial technology and BISAG. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, Sameer ji. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.